welcome back to Cycling Back from Brain Surgery and Brain Cancer. This is episode 4. Last time we talked, I was halfway through my chemotherapy and my radiation treatments. The doctors had warned me that the last 2 weeks of radiation and the first 2 weeks after radiation would be difficult for me from a fatigue standpoint, and they were not wrong. The last 2 weeks of my radiation, I was drained like you couldn't even imagine. I finished radiation about a little over a week ago. So I'm getting ready. I'm starting my second week of being done with radiation, and it's just really, I'm really fatigued. If I walk upstairs, I get fatigued, but it's kind of, I don't want to say depressing. It's kind of disheartening sometimes because I can't do what I want to do, and I don't have the stamina to do things. But I'm confident the next few days, within this next week, I think things are going to get much better from a fatigue standpoint. At least according to the doctors, they should. So with radiation, what I did was it's kind of funny. They strapped me when I first started radiation before. They strapped me to this table. They made this mask to go over my entire face, and it's some sort of a wet. I don't even know what it was called, or what. When you see the picture, you'll see what it looks like. But they formed it over my face, and then it hardened. And so when they put me on the table for radiation, they would bolt it down. They would bolt it down um, on this table, and I couldn't even move my head. It was very difficult to even blink my eyes. um, couldn't say anything. My mouth couldn't move. On the very first day of radiation, I had to scratch my nose. Well, obviously that didn't happen because they don't want you moving at all. So this is what my mask looked like right here. As you can see, it would go on my face, kind of kind of like this. It would go on there, and then they would strap it down with these little retaining bolts there. They would strap it to the table, so I could so they would use these little restraining bolts here and strap it down to the table, and I couldn't move at all. So they were targeting this area on my head right here. Um, I had some cream I had to put on my head every day to keep it from getting the radiation burns, and it really helped. My wife found a very good high quality cream. I don't have it with me right now. Next video, I'll show it to you so that you can have the name of it if you need it. Um, and then this big machine I didn't realize the whole machine moved around. I thought it was just one section, but my wife went in there and took some pictures of it, and they showed her how it kind of moves around. And yeah, I didn't realize that. So that was kind of intimidating once I found that out. But I mean, radiation went well. Um, all of my labs were right where they needed to be. I would take labs every Thursday morning. Um, and then after radiation, I'd go see my doctor, my cancer doctor, and we would go over the labs. The only issue I had was that my platelets that last week, my platelets dropped just a little bit. They were still within range. And then the following week on my last labs, I think my labs last time, my platelets had come back up. So that was the only thing. My white blood cell counts was perfect. Everything was exactly where they needed to be. My blood pressure has been really good throughout this whole thing. Um, Back in 2011, I remember I had that heart attack and heart surgery. So um, blood pressure, I deal with blood pressure, high blood pressure. But my blood pressure um, was really good throughout the whole thing. But it's just the fatigue that I'm dealing with now. Um, like I said, we'll like go to a few stores. And then when I get back, I'm done. My left hand is still numb. On Tuesdays, I go to speech therapy because my left side of my face is still numb a bit. Um, Really hurts when I bite my tongue or bite my cheeks, the inside of my cheeks, but haven't done that for a while. So, I mean, I think my mouth is getting better. My voice, I tend to lose my voice towards the end of the day as I get tired. The fatigue really affects my speech. I get to a point where sometimes I just have to slow down and I have to find the words I'm looking for and articulate them properly. Because if I don't, my voice will start slurring. I kind of feel like I'm slurring a little bit now. I'm not sure if I am. but my wife's nodding no, but hopefully you can still understand me. Um, so that's not, so I deal with that. My hand's still numb. It's hard to pick things up. I'm still doing the best I can. I'm trying to button up a shirt. It's very difficult for me. Trying to put my belt on, very difficult. But I'm getting by. I'm doing exercises for him. I have physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy all on Tuesday afternoons. Matter of fact, this last physical therapy, she was actually having to find harder things for me to do because I was doing really well with physical therapy. I feel good. I went and rode a stationary bike at Genesis last week or so, and I kind of took a video of me riding it with no hands. I could show my wife how my balance is doing. I'm hoping tomorrow I'm gonna ride my real bike. Um, we got a I got my e-bike came in, and my son and I put that together. So I've got a video that we made for that. I'm going to release that here right within this next week. So that was a lot of fun working with him on that. It took a lot longer than I thought it would, but I can't really do much with my left hand. It's very difficult to work on bikes with my left hand. But everything's going good. Just tired. The following steps, I have an MRI in May. And then when we get back from the bike festival over Memorial Day weekend, then I'll get that Optune that goes on my head. And once I get that, I'll show everybody and I'll put it on and just kind of like to see what that looks like. That's going to be an adjustment in my life as far as um, planning and using that. I have to use it 18 hours a day. It's going to be totally inconvenient. I'm going to have to change my life around it. We're gonna go on a diet that my wife's gonna put us on, taking sugar away. So sugar feeds the cancer cells. So I'm hoping with this diet and with this new Optune that that will really extend the years of my life. Hopefully by several, hopefully by 5 or 6 years, even more. So I'm very confident. I have complete faith in God that He's going to take this cancer from me, even though the doctors say that I'll never be without cancer. I know that God just has to say the word and it's gone. So I've got complete faith in Him. And if He doesn't, then that's okay too. I'm still going to keep faith in God to watch after my family and to help me through this. So, anyway, that's kind of where I stand. Radiation is done. My chemotherapy pills are done. Speaking of which, in June, I have to take a week's worth of chemotherapy pills every evening for a week, every month for 6 months. And the dosage is going to be a little bit higher than I was taking, but it's just a pill I take before bed. They say it can make me nauseous. I was very fortunate that chemotherapy pill did not make me nauseous at all during the 6 weeks of radiation. But like I said, they're gonna up the dose, so it may make me nauseous. But I only have to take it the first week of each month. So I'm very happy about that. So anyway, that's where we stand, and I'll get that bike video released. Hoping to get on a bike tomorrow, and I'm just anxious to get out there. A little nervous to get on a bike. Kind of nervous of falling and banging my head, but I've got a really nice helmet, and I'll make a video of that too. Not of me falling, but me riding my bike. So, anyways, thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you. Bye.